All right, we're going to take a look at a defense here, and I want to use this time for some practical application. What I mean by that is, we're talking about defenses and structures and what to expect. Is it split field? Is it not split field? So when you're looking at a team that you're going to play, what are you actually looking at? Like, what are we studying, right? So I want to study this defense and see what we can come away with just by, spending, 8, 10, 12 minutes just looking at them and trying to figure out, what they do well, what they don't do well, what do they play, what do they like to do, what are their tendencies, and take it from there. So first off, this is a single high team, right? And we can see that the safety is back. It is a four-man front, and I think like the first thing that comes to mind when you're looking at a defense, and I think is really important for you to understand, is how many down linemen do they have? Is it a 4-3 defense? Is it a 3-4 defense? Is it a 3-3 defense? Is it the old 4-4 defense? I mean, we have to be able to determine that right away. And by the looks of it here, we have four down linemen, looks like an even front. We have three linebackers. We have the strong safety down to the trip side. Okay. And let's kind of take a look and see what happens here. Look at those cornerbacks. They're 8 yards off. They're soft. That's soft corner. Look at this guy pedaling out of here like real high. He's deep, right? I mean, he's 14, 15 yards away. And the pretty good rally to the ball. I mean, you can see these guys are athletic, and when the ball's in space, they're flying around, especially those linebackers, the strong safety. This is a second down in four play, and this is a quad formation, so we get four receivers over here to the right and one to the left. What do? They boss their backers, right? We take those linebackers and boss them over, backers over to the strong side. They take that strong safety and they split them between number two and number three, and they try to take the Sam and kind of cover up number four here. They walk this free safety over. So this looks like cover three with a lock on the X on the backside. You can see this is right away man to man. Like this is man press on the back and like sort of a zone cover three concept to the front. At least that's what it looks like pre-snap. Let's take a look and see what they do. Yeah, I mean, look at how high and how almost off balance the free safety is. And, I mean, this guy's 10 yards away. Um, you can see the press jam on the backside, right? So we get into some quad formation stuff. You can expect that backside to be pressed. And this is just a wide receiver screen and really nice nifty play. They're up into the second level and they get a lot out of that. That's nice. This is formation to the boundary. So what do? Formation to the boundary. They boss the backers again, right? The backers go over to the strong side. And you can see this is the number four guy right here, right? The running back, it makes number four to the right. So they boss the backers, but they keep that safety more towards the middle of the field. And you can see again, the single receiver gets the press man-to-man coverage back here. So let's take a look. The other thing is, the Sam linebacker's not playing man-to-man on number three. He's over here to get a jam, to be disruptive. This strong safety is really between number two and number three, right? He's apexed here. This is zone to the front, man to the back. Let's see what it looks like. Little wide receiver screen again, and again, one broken tackle, and it's another, nice gain there. All right, so it's always interesting to see how teams will play against a tight bunch. And did they man it? Did they bracket it? A lot of times this guy will play the point, he'll jam the point, and then these two guys will pick up whoever comes into their area and sort of match them. Sometimes just playing man. It could just be man to man. Definitely man on the back here, and you get the free safety here down into the box area, right? So let's take a look here, and there's a lot of confusion. There's a lot of confusion with what's happening. This corner bails, and this defender gets sucked, um, you know, outside with number one. So there's some confusion, and you can see that. Look at they don't have anybody for this guy, right? And they're this is a good formation for the blue team, right? And look at that, it's a touchdown, right? That's just a really good job of game planning and putting them in a bad position. Okay, so here we go. We're second down and looks like 7. Again, we get that cover 3 look. This almost looks like that 4-4, basic alignment, 4 down guys, my 3 linebackers, Sam, Mike, and Will. Here's my strong safety. This is a typical trips formation. Looks like cover 3 all the way. Not a lot of communication on this defense. They're not communicating. They're not trading anybody off. They're not bracketing. They're not matching. I mean, they're just playing soft, and trying to keep everything in front of them because they feel like if any of the ball carriers get into the second level, these guys can make the tackles and make the plays, and sort of a bend and break, bend but not no break mentality. Here, we have a little snag route. So this is something that we're going to have in this week, and it's important for that you understand what a snag is. So here we get a bubble here by number 3, and then this number 2 player runs in here and sits, in a voided area. Watch him go right there. Look at how open this guy is. And so this is not good defense, right? This is just a really missed opportunity here by the quarterback. Wow. I mean, if he hits him, anywhere close to the chest, this is a huge play. It's a huge play. So just not good defense, just really bad offense, and unfortunately for the offense, it doesn't work out. Here we are, third down and 7. And again, we're in the same trips formation. It's exactly the same defensive shell, 3 deep, single high safety, strong safety right here. Real soft zone looks like. Yep, and here we go. So, here's one of those situations where we have flood, right? So we have this guy taking the top off. We have this guy running the 10-yard down and out, and then number 3 running the arrow route. We want to hit that arrow route right away, like right there. Like that's where we got to throw the ball right there. So the quarterback waits too long on this. This ball should be out right here for a completion, first down. He does some running around here and throws it away. That's a good smart play. So here we go on fourth down. So you can tell a lot about teams on fourth down. So take a look at what happens here. They stay with the 4-man front, but look at the alignment, right? We've got empty formation, so I've got 2 receivers to the right and 3 to the left. And take a look. We get man press. We got man to man, man to man, man to man, man. This is cover 1. Look how deep this guy is, right? So another thing to be thinking about in a fourth down situation like this, there's only 5 in the box, right? I got 5 offensive linemen. I got 4 defensive linemen plus Mike. Could be a quarterback power, could be something up inside here if you got a quarterback that could run. Otherwise, man to man across the board, cover 1, right? There's opportunities in man to man. Let's see what they do. And it looks like they run a little bubble slant here. And so the bubble really makes this defender react, and that opens up all of this room to the inside here. Take a look. Look at that slant. I mean, he's wide open, right? And it's a good throw and catch and first down, like a 16-yard pass completion there on fourth down. All right, so here we go. and maybe a little bit of different formation here. Appears that we might have a tight end in the game here to this side, but still this strong safety comes down to the two receiver side. This is a different technique here, a little press. At least a pre-snap look like a press and a blitz. All right, so third and long, right? Here we go, third down and 20. And what do? Right? They're in man, all right? They're in man here and they're going to blitz, right? So the first time we see a blitz, and oh boy, they had him, right? So here's it's a good time for a screen call, right? And you get everybody coming inside. If the quarterback could just get this guy the ball, be in really good shape. And let me run that one more time here. So this is one of those deals where we wanna keep retreating to the side of the screen, right? And then, oh man, I mean, just get him the ball here. We got a big play, and the running back really didn't help himself very much there. He got tangled up in some offensive linemen. Let's take a look at one more here, and again here, this happens to be first down, and with a tight end, two receivers to the left. So this is still a 2-by-2, right? We just have a attached and a detached, but they play it the same way. Nice soft, kind of deal. And when this guy goes in motion, he doesn't go with him, so we know it's just a zone coverage, right? And again, wow, I mean, look at, this is one of those like take the top off with a go route and then run across underneath it. And look at all the action, all the influence of the linebackers. They lose track of this guy as he comes back across. And man, oh man, like either we're throwing a touchdown over the top here, or we're throwing the ball here for a nice completion, and just misses the throw, right? It just misses the throw, and I think this gets intercepted. So very opportunistic defense, very athletic, very basic. They're not out there trying to fool you or trick you. It's man or it's zone, and then we have to go out and take advantage of what they give us.